Welcome back to another episode of Helix Amps Revisited. Today I'm going to be taking a look at one particular amp model that was added a couple firmware updates ago. I can't remember exactly when it came in, but I do remember when it was announced, when I became aware that we were getting it. It wasn't really something that excited me too much. And then when I tried it, I was like, wow, this is kind of the sleeper amp of this particular update. I'm talking about the Vitriol Crunch amp model. And actually we have the Vitriol Crunch and Lead in that update, and even more recently, we've added the Vitriol Clean. Very cool set of amps. Today, we're going to be focusing primarily on the Vitriol Crunch amp. So I am going to have a single Snapshot preset that we're going to put together today here, up available on my website for free. The link is below, but I'm also going to have a link below to the full Vitriol bundle that I have up on the Line 6 Marketplace, which is going to have multi-Snapshot presets with a full array of effects based around both the Crunch and the Lead. So two different presets for whichever flavor you want there. So later in the video, I'll play you a demo of how those particular tones sound and work in a mix, and I hope you enjoy it. But without further ado, let's head on over to HX Edit and take a look and listen and see what this amp model is all about. All right, so here we are over in HX Edit. You'll notice that I have the PV Vitriol Crunch amp model up here and my normal little template that I use. Let's just start at the end here and we'll go through what I have going on. I have the LA Studio Comp, no surprise to anybody who watches my channel. Peak reduction 6.5, gain of 5. Again, these settings are just going to be based off of what I have feeding into it. To get 1 or 2 dB of gain reduction at most, usually in and around the 1 to 1.5, just to give things a little more cohesive feel. And I love what the LA Studio Comp does to the overall sound. Moving on to the parametric EQ. I basically have this mostly as a low and high cut, as often is the case. Low cut at 100 hertz, high cut at 11 kilohertz. But I do have a slightly different little tweak in here at 400 hertz with a mid Q of 1.4. And I'm pulling those frequencies back, kind of a little bell curve, by minus 2 dB. And that's just to clean up maybe a few of the little muddy frequencies I was hearing in here. And it kind of just sculpts the sound and polishes it up a little bit. So I'll let you hear what this sounds like with and without all of these sweeteners that I put in. Reverb, I have a dynamic room with 0.8 seconds of decay, pre-delay of 10 milliseconds, mix of 25%. Didn't go very heavy on this. This is a crunchy tone, right? You'll notice I've labeled it OD1. And keep in mind, this is part of a multi-snapshot bigger preset that's available at the Line 6 Marketplace. It's going to go through different gain range. This is probably more in the lower gain spectrum of all of those presets. So that's what I have going there. My low and high shelf EQ, always a really important thing to have in a preset for maximum ability to really tweak on the fly if you need to. And I'm utilizing this, as I oftentimes do, high and low frequency, both set to 650 hertz. All the frequencies below cut by 2 dB and all the frequencies above boosted by a fairly high amount, 4 dB. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that I was really liking what the 121 ribbon mic did on this. You know, it's going to be a darker mic, obviously. They always are. And, you know, even going to Royer's website, and their suggestion is these mics have something special, but then they can be EQ'd beautifully after to sit in the mix. And that's what my idea is. A lot of times I pair those up with the high and low shelf EQ, and then I can sculpt just the perfect sound. But there is always something very nice from a ribbon mic, and the 121 ribbon is a definite favorite. So I have that on the position 2, distance at 3.75 on the 45-degree angle setting. And as far as my amp goes, I have pre-gain at 6, bass at 5.4, mid at 5.8, treble at 5.8, post gain at 6.3, channel volume at 8.9, master at 5, seg, hum, and all those deeper functions, bias X at 5, ripple on 0, presence at 6.3, and depth at 5. Now, what we're going to do here is I'm going to start off by just disengaging everything but the reverb. And you're going to get a tone here that's probably not going to be the greatest. I'm playing my Vigier GV Wood guitar here. I'm on the humbucker. This has a split coil ability. It's a 5-way selector switch, so we can go between humbuckers and then split coil. So I can let you hear what this sounds like with kind of both single coil and humbuckers on this one guitar. So here we are. You'll notice there's a little bit cubby low end. And a lot of that has to do with the fact when we start with a ribbon mic unprocessed in any way, you're going to get that. I could pull this back further, but I was really liking it here in combination with adding in that shelf EQ. So let's do just that. Let's bring in the shelf EQ. You'll see I still retain some of the really nice qualities of that ribbon mic. Tighten up the low end, get rid of some of that mud, and give a little sparkle and cut on the top end. Moving on to the low and high cut with that little tiny scoop I have at the 400 Hertz region. Notice how the top end smooths out. So, you know, I give a nice boost here on the frequencies above 650, which is also going to boost those kind of upper frequencies, maybe where I don't want them. And I can control those by bringing in the 11 kilohertz high cut and control the bottom end again and get rid of some of that mud. So big dramatic effect here. Then we bring the compressor in, very subtle here. So all of that cumulatively really brings this preset to life. Now I've set up a second snapshot, that says no effects. So when I switch to that, it's going to get rid of the compression, the EQ and the EQ, the parametric and the shelf EQ. And so I left the reverb just so it's not so bone dry. So I can foot switch between this as I play. Watch up here when you see OD1, that's the affected signal with all my sweeteners, and no effects snapshot 2 without. If I go to single coil split mode, middle position on the single coils. And the last single coil position. And the neck humbucker. Again, if I go to the unaffected signal on that neck humbucker, it's going to be very thick and gooey. If I go to with the sweeteners, back to the bridge. All right, so there you have it. What did you guys think? I hope you enjoyed that look at that little simple preset. And as I mentioned, that is one snapshot from my multi-snapshot Vitriol Ultimate preset, which has multi-snapshots, full array of effects. And that's available at the Line 6 Marketplace at the link below. I want to let you hear what that particular amp model sounds like when utilized in a full mix. have it. What do you guys think? I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that that was an interesting look at that, what I believe is a really killer, underrated amp model that we have in the Helix. And I hope you guys enjoy the free preset, which you can grab at the link below. Thank you guys so much for sharing your time with me. Please like the video, share it with anybody you think would get some use or enjoyment out of watching it. Also, please subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell notification to get notified when I put new content out. I'll be back really soon with some more. Thanks so much again for tuning in. Ciao for now.